When you're raising kids in the city, you often dream of a country retreat where the family can get back to basics and reconnect with nature.
I love the idea of being here in the winter and skating on this pond.
That's what Tracy and Andy want, a retreat that's off the beaten path and off the grid, and can even generate its own electricity.
It feels like it's part of the outside. It feels like part of the natural world.
I love the view.
Can I find them the perfect private retreat that will help them escape into the wild?
Wow, it's really different.
Time to find out what's for sale. Tracy and Andy are outdoorsy parents of 2 young kids. This is a family that lives in the city but loves adventure.
We're always on the go.
Yeah, and we tend to be on the go together going places, especially on the weekends where we're going skiing, we're going camping.
We really do like to find excitement and wonder wherever we are.
Tracy and Andy are unique. They're not looking for a typical waterfront property.
We really want a vacation home that's as far from, as completely different from our city home as possible.
We'd like to find a place that's not too far from the city. A few hours would be great.
Tracy and Andy's budget is $650,000. It can be very difficult to find low-impact, off-the-grid homes. This type of property is actually quite uncommon, and they rarely come up for sale.
We try in our life in the city to have a relatively low impact, and we would like our surroundings and our interiors to remind us of what we love in the outdoors as well.
Lots of light.
Lots of light, other things like, if we could collect rainwater and use that, if it could have solar or wind power, that would be great.
Something that feels like a natural getaway.
They want character, they want it to be whimsical. I'm showing Tracy and Andy this first property because it really does check off a lot of the boxes on their wish list. Colonial Log Home has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and is a short 2-hour drive from the city. Best of all, it can be entirely powered by solar panels. The asking price is $649,000. So we're on 89 acres here, so lots of land.
89 acres is a lot, but the road's right here.
The road is right here.
Yes.
So it's an access road to a small lake, which has about 50 vacation homes on it. But we're only 2 hours from the city, which was very high on your list. I know you want a really private getaway, and this road may be an issue, but I think we should go look around.
Let's go.
Let's go. Welcome.
Oh, wow.
You like?
Yes, very much.
It's got a very interesting layout. So we come into basically what is let's call it a causeway, which connects both sides of the house. And as you can see, beautiful view of water.
That's lovely.
So we go right into the family room. Tracy, I know that you wanted a lot of windows.
Yes, look at them. That's a great view.
Oh, and I love the wood stove.
There's wood stoves throughout, and that's going to generate a lot of heat for you in the wintertime.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, wow, look at that stove.
Oh, wow. And we have to cook on this?
Well, would you cook on it?
It scares me a little bit, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Where does the wood go?
Totally functional, right? Like the wood goes in there and, you wanted sustainable living.
I can't believe this.
Doesn't get any better than this.
Oh, thank God they've got a real stove.
Yes, there is the option. Modern kitchen, but yet with sustainable features, right?
The kitchen feels a little bit cramped. Is this the only eating area?
This is not the only eating area. So this is not an open concept home, right? We definitely have separation here. So there's a little eat-in breakfast nook here, but there certainly is a more formal dining room.
Okay. I see the ceilings are really high here. I wonder if it's going to get really hot in the summer.
Because of the southwest exposure?
Yes.
Yeah, that could be a good point.
All these windows.
The windows do open and they've got a fan there. But that's something to consider. There's no walkout here, so you're not opening up big patio doors. Okay, well, good point. There's still lots more to see. So up here, we actually have a loft that is currently being used as a bedroom.
How many bedrooms are there?
So if I count that one as a bedroom, there is 4 bedrooms.
Wow. Okay.
So there is a lower level. It's got a bedroom and kind of like a media room.
Oh.
There's a good-sized guest bedroom there.
Okay.
And then here, we have good-sized master bedroom.
Oh.
Yeah. It feels a little bit like they gave up on this part of the house.
Yeah.
The rest of the house is so big and airy and beautiful, and the bedroom feels like it was just kind of tacked on. And totally different materials and...
Absolutely, they've used different materials. You have drywall, you have the cork floor.
Yeah, it's really different. How many bathrooms are in this place?
There's 2 bathrooms. So there's a bathroom on this side of the house, and then there was a bathroom as we came in through the front door that also has laundry in it. So you can see we've got a double car garage, and that is where the solar panels are mounted, taking advantage of the southwest exposure, so the sun's hitting it at prime time.
Do they have enough solar panels to actually power the whole house?
They do. I mean, they do have the hydro coming in just in case, but it definitely does power the entire home.
Oh, wow. It's like a little carriage house.
I love the idea of it. I don't know what we would do with it.
No.
Well, probably for now storage. You know, when your kids get older, they might want some privacy, right? You have to think into the future.
It's like a little guest house.
Yeah,
It's a nice feature.
great. So let's go look at the property.
Thanks.
Great, after you. So having waterfront wasn't big on your wish list, right? So I kind of thought that this was a nice to have.
This is just a little extra.
You know, it's peaceful, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Great pond.
I love the idea of being here in the winter and skating on this pond.
Okay, that is a great idea. There's a pathway here and a boardwalk that goes to the larger lake. So quite a bit of maintenance to be done at this property. You know, I don't know how you feel about grass.
That's a
but
lot of lawn.
Yeah, and really just to keep the lawn in check, we'd need to be here every weekend, and that would be the weekend activity.
You could always hire someone to take care of it for you, right?
Yeah.
You know, with carrying costs, you know, you're going to need someone to plow the driveway and
Yeah.
such. So you're going to need someone to take care of some aspects of the property.
Yeah, it makes me nervous thinking we need to hire somebody to do the lawn, hire somebody to plow the driveway, and suddenly the property is going to cost us a whole lot more money.
Right, but we could look at that, right? We could look and see how much the current people are paying, if they're paying, and if they do it themselves, and we could budget that out.
It's a beautiful home. I love how rustic it looks. I love the exposure. I love the view. I don't love the road that runs right next to it. That's my concern. It's not safe for our kids to be that close to the road.
Tracy and Andy are on the hunt for a nature lover's paradise that gets their family out of the city and on the road to adventure. They fell in love with the natural pond and rustic look at the first place I showed them, but the rest of the house didn't seem to match up.
It feels a little bit like they gave up on this part of the house.
So the next place I'm showing them is exactly the same asking price, but couldn't be more different from the first property. They said they wanted whimsical, and this place really delivers. This gorgeous 3,000 square foot stone house is situated on a beautiful flowing river on 1.87 private acres. Once again, the asking price is $649,000. Okay, Tracy and Andy, I present to you Stone House.
Wow, it's really different. I know we asked for different. I'm worried it might be too different.
After you.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. This is amazing.
You wanted something that was whimsical, right? Something that had lots of character?
Yes.
I kind of love it, but I'm kind of scared too.
You know what? This place has actually had lots of upgrades. We're not off-grid here, so, you know, it is, you know, connected to hydro, and it is forced air oil heating.
Oh, oil. There's
Well,
an oil tank.
And so many extra costs.
Yes, but you could easily convert it to propane, or you could put solar panels in, right? Keep in mind here, the list price for this place is exactly the same as the place that we just saw, so $649,000.
Okay.
But, as you can see, very different. So the living area is right off the dining area.
Yes.
I'm surprised to say that I think it's great.
It is really cozy.
Yeah?
Get the fireplace, the wood ceilings, the views.
I love the view, and it's a big window.
Yes,
It feels like it's part of the outside. It feels like part of the natural world.
absolutely. There's a cutout right there into the stone, which leads right into...
The kitchen.
Well, it's kind of small, but it still feels cozy.
There's a lot of counter space here. Lots of light.
I love the wood ceilings and these beams across here. They really add something.
All of the wood for this place was locally sourced. It was built by a stonemason from Switzerland, and he actually lived in it for 6 months while he was building it.
That's incredible. A house with a story.
Yeah, let's go upstairs.
Great.
So here we have great kids room.
It's cute.
Oh, look at this.
The first thing our son would do when he got in here would be to climb the walls, literally climb the walls right up to the ceiling.
Is that a bad thing?
No, I think it's an incredibly interesting room. He'd love to be in here.
Absolutely. So this place has 3 bedrooms all on this floor. So we've got this bedroom here, which is a good size. We've got a second bedroom there. And of course we have the bedroom for you two.
Oh, it's huge.
Really good size.
Oh, with a fireplace?
And a fireplace.
Wood burning fireplace.
Oh, that's incredible.
Lots of windows, which I thought you would like.
Yeah, the windows, though, you've noticed around the house, they really need to be replaced. They have a bit of a tint to them, and I don't think they're energy efficient at all. I could think the breeze would go right through them.
But they don't open.
Yeah, none of the windows open.
None of them open. So that would be something that you would want to do right away, and that's probably going to be tens of thousands of dollars.
I think you're right.
Yeah. We have to go check out this property. It's on a really nice river setting. You got to see it.
All right.
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required.
So this property is on 1.87 acres, so much more manageable compared to the 89 acres.
A lot smaller.
And we're on a river.
It's quite steep coming down here.
Yes,
This
it is
path
steep. You know, this lot is in a very raw form right now.
Yeah, it definitely feels a little bit rugged. The river's beautiful.
I mean, you put a dock out there, you can swim, you can kayak, you can canoe right down the river.
It would be a great place to swim and to fish. I really love this river.
This is beautiful. We can see the neighbor's property.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a little close.
Yeah, well, you know, the way this lot goes, it's definitely private at the home, but not as private at the waterfront. So that's something to keep in mind. In general, I think this property threw Tracy and Andy for a loop. It's very unique, and I think that they really like the fact that it was on the river.
Part of me loves it. Another part of me, I'm concerned about how much we're going to have to spend to make it our ideal place.
We really need to ask ourselves, is the feeling we get from being inside worth the enormous amount of money we're going to have to spend?
Tracy and Andy want an off-the-grid getaway to act as a home base for their family's high-spirited outdoor adventures.
It would be a great place to swim and to fish.
They thought the first place I showed them was stunning, but the expanse of grass out back had them thinking more about work than fun.
That's a lot of lawn.
They both love the coziness of the stone house,
Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
but the amount of cash required to upgrade the property has them concerned. So next, I'm showing them a true one-of-a-kind property. A straw bale home, which I think will appeal to Tracy and Andy's desire for low environmental impact. A straw bale home is made of natural materials, and the straw gives it great insulation, making it very energy efficient. Straw Bale House is a new build on 48 acres of manicured paths. It's open concept with solar panels and radiant floor heating throughout. The asking price is the same as the first 2 properties at $649,000. Okay, Tracy and Andy, as you can tell, I'm pushing your drive time limit here, right? We're 2.5 hours from the city. But you can see really easy access off a main municipal road. And this is a straw bale home, so, you know, really energy efficient.
Incredible.
So this home is partially solar powered, and you see the roof? This is EnviroShake shingles made from recycled plastics.
Wow.
How cool is
Terrific.
that?
Wow. Look at the fireplace.
It is a very great masonry fireplace that's going to generate tons of heat.
I really like the feel of this.
Yeah. You know, you wanted a lot of windows, and I mean, look at that beautiful view.
That's amazing.
So we have the kitchen here and the dining room, which walks out to a nice outdoor patio. Lots of light.
The windows are great too. They're clearly very energy efficient.
Yeah, this home was built in 2006, right? So, you know, they used a lot of like sustainable materials and really kept energy efficiency in mind.
That's fantastic. That's really what we're looking for. We really want to minimize our impact. I don't know about this kitchen though. I must say, I don't like the Southwest style, and it doesn't feel like it works here in the wood.
Right.
I'd have to agree that the Southwest style's not my favorite, but everything else about this place is so good.
Okay, well, let's go check out the rest of the house.
Okay. Oh, wow, it's so bright in here.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, you wanted lots of windows. We've got a walkout right there to look, an organic vegetable garden.
I love it.
This is currently being used as a sitting room, library, den, but this could be a bedroom. So there are 3 bedrooms in this building. So there's this one here, there's one on the other side, and then if we go over there, we will see the master bedroom.
It's huge.
Wow, I love the way the light comes in those windows.
Lots of windows.
Where do these stairs go to?
Well, it's a great little feature. Let me show you.
Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, it's a loft.
Make a great office, you know, upstairs from your master bedroom. And then as you can see, on the other side is another loft.
Wow.
You know, that loft would make a great like kids playroom, you know, media room type of
Yes.
thing.
Wow, it's really open and airy.
Well, there's one more feature of this home that I want to show you, so let's go downstairs.
Okay.
So you see they've got raised flower beds here for gardening.
Oh, wow.
It's a whole other house.
It is pretty much a whole other house. We don't have a kitchen, but what we do have is we have 2 bedrooms here, 4-piece bathroom there, and 2 other bedrooms
Upstairs.
and a 2-piece.
Oh my, wow. We could sure have a lot of people here, but I'm not sure that's our style.
Yeah, that wasn't really on your list, right? Entertaining a lot of family and friends, but it's a bonus.
A separate house, though, is a lot to manage.
It is, yes. But I mean, you could shut it down and not use this at all and just use the garage, right, for storage. And then if you do have people up, then you could open it up. So this is a solarium, you know, lots of natural light.
Yes.
So 48 acres. And the great part is that the acres already have the groomed trails. So trails for mountain biking, hiking, in the wintertime, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing.
Wow.
I love it.
This pond is beautiful. This is the most private of all the properties we've looked at.
And I definitely feel like I've gotten away from the city.
When it comes to the point of view of outdoor recreation and low-impact living, this property delivers for Tracy and Andy. The question is it too much home for them?
We'd really have to wrap our heads around having this much space. I don't know if it really suits us.
Tracy and Andy are searching for a nature lover's retreat in the wilderness. I've shown them 3 totally unique properties, all with tons of privacy and even more off-the-grid potential. They have a tough choice on their hands, and now it's time for them to make a decision. So, Tracy and Andy, we saw 3 very different properties. Let's talk about them. So we can start with property number 1, which was on the 89 acres. It was a Colonial log home. What did you think?
Well, it's a beautiful home. It was closer to the city. It had a lot of space. It had a lot of light. It has solar panels.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it also had a road running right next to the house and that cut through the property.
Yeah, it was nice that it had all that acreage and it has the potential for building trails. But there was all that grass, and we were either going to be spending time maintaining or spending money on having people come out and take care of the grass and the driveway.
Fair enough. You know, there was definitely a lot of grass to cut at that property, right? So then we went to property number 2, which was the stone house on just under 2 acres and on a river.
I was surprised how much I liked that home. I didn't expect much when we pulled up, but I really, really liked it once we started to look more at it and look at the grounds.
The river was beautiful. We'd spend so much time out there. And it would be such a good place for the kids to fish and play in boats and to swim.
Absolutely.
I really liked the layout of the house. The flow was really good, and I can really see us being there. But I do have some concerns about the windows and some of the repairs that we're going to have to do.
Okay, that brings us to property number 3, which was pushing your drive time, but at the end of the day, complete privacy.
Property number 3 was really intriguing. It was natural building materials, it was solar panels, it was very energy efficient.
It was airy and open, and I loved that. But there was so much space there. It was really more space than we need, and it's going to be some work to make sure that we keep it up.
Right. I mean, as we discussed, you know, that extra space in the garage, you can shut that down. And then, like on holidays or family events, you can just open it up.
Yeah, to have the extra space might not be that big of a problem. I think we can use it when we want to.
Yeah. So, you know what, to help make the decision easier, I usually ask my buyers to eliminate one if they can right away.
Well, for me, I'm really not feeling it for property number 1.
I'd have to agree. The lawn was a problem, and the layout didn't quite work.
Okay. So what's interesting is this now leaves us with 2 homes, one made of stone, one made of straw, both very different. Stone home with a river, straw home, 48 acres of manicured paths.
This is a tough decision. I never thought I'd love the stone home so much. I know it has some problems. However, I felt really comfortable at home there, and I know you did too.
I did feel comfortable there, but I think it would cost us a lot of money to make that place right for us. I thought the straw bale home had a lot more going for it.
It was so unique, and it had so many of the features we asked for.
Absolutely. I mean, in terms of what you guys wanted from, you know, a home being environmentally friendly, energy efficient, this one really delivered. It comes down to what type of vacation home you want and what type of experience you want for you and your family. So, do you know?
I think I know.
I love the stone home, but I know it's not practical, and I am worried about how much work it will take.
Good point. Okay, so this leaves us with the straw bale home.
I can really see ourselves in the straw bale home. I can see us using it all year long, and I can see our family spending a lot of time on those trails.
I agree. I love it.
I really think it's a good match for you too. It's going to be a great place where you and your kids can enjoy nature and be there all year round.
I think it might be the perfect place.